Why do people seek out gurus and seminars and personal development and business development and go to these events and think they're going to find all the answers? And sometimes they don't get the answers, so they feel like they sign up for another seminar, right? Has this ever happened to you? Well, I just came back from a weekend that was really interesting. One of the guys that I follow, and I call them my business crushes. I usually have a business crush of the moment. And right now, my business crush of the moment is Kyle Cease. So he hosted his first Entrepreneurs Online, although it wasn't online, it was in person, Entrepreneurs Online in-person event in Los Angeles. And the event was great. But at the same time, I felt like I didn't get the right questions asked and didn't answer the questions correctly, right? So, ironically, Kyle has a book called I Hope I Don't Screw This Up. Or maybe it's not ironically, actually, maybe it's the whole point of this video. But, so to go back to, we go to these events and we seek out what we want, and sometimes we get there and we feel like it's screwed up, but maybe it's not screwed up, because at the end of the day, I was reflecting on this last night and this morning, was at the end of the day, I'm responsible for what I get out of any situation, and I'll get out of any situation what I put into any situation. And that's relationships, that's works, that's clients, and that's the seminars and the events we attend. And it's never the person who's on the stage's responsibility to make sure everybody in the audiences gets what they want. Like, everybody who, when you attend an event, you are responsible for what you get out of it. So, and my responsibility is not to have a great before and after for Kyle by saying the right things in the moment of the presentation. But my responsibility is to walk away and say, what was it that was disconnected, and just keep going with the thoughts, right? So this morning, a lot of the questions that Kyle asked me were around, well, what could you get rid of? What do you want to get rid of? What, can you stop doing this? Can you, delete Facebook? And sometimes in the moment you can't really think of why. You're like, yeah, I can, but it just wasn't really hitting for me. And it did come to me a little bit later, and it continues to come to me, which is the whole sense of purpose, right? So like when I talk about tornado marketing, I'm always talking about find your focus, stay focused on your focus, because business life is chaos and there's all this debris all around, right? So for me to say, well, stop this, stop that, it's like saying I've got to kill all the mosquitoes in the world before I can go to sleep. No, the point is I have to ignore those mosquitoes because I know my sleep is more important. When I am really aligned with my purpose and my business, when you are really aligned with your purpose and your business, the distractions automatically fade to the background. There is no business, there is no life that does not have chaos. So to go back to my whole point of seeking out gurus or people or seminars or events or learning events, I think it's important that we put ourselves on the spot and get ourselves out there, because we will not find the same insight if we're just sitting on the couch doing the same thing day after day. You have to do something that puts you on yourself on the hook to change. And I hope that the fellow people who went to this event keep continuing to put themselves on the hook to change, to create the life they want. Because for me, I'm like, I have built a very comfortable life. I have made a ton of great strides in the direction I want to go. But what the weekend really did to me was connect me with my higher purpose and get out of my ego and say, the purpose of taking tornado marketing to the next level is not for selfish reasons. It's not to make more money. It's not to have the best-selling book, although I would like that. But really, my purpose is around changing the paradigm about marketing and making it, tornado marketing is harnessing force. It's not creating force. And so, I'm not sure exactly how to end this video. I guess I'm going to screw that up too. But, I hope this is, Rambling Thoughts is giving you something to think about being your own guru, about putting yourself on the hook, and just staying with those thoughts and staying with, anytime you have a conversation or something that just doesn't quite resonate, think about why. Think about why that is and what you can do about it, where you have agency, where you have capacity to change. And then take responsibility for what you can do and do it. Hope this helps. Thanks.